Oh, darn. So today we're going to talk to you about our process for hiring a nonprofit executive director.
Yeah, we came up with this many years ago. Actually, I've been on the board of the Encino Chamber for years and years and years and years. And over the years, we've had to hire several execs. Now, we have a board that is very involved, very hands-on.
Yes.
So if you have a board that's hands-on, this will work really well for you too. So, but before we get into the process,
yes,
why don't you talk about how we get to the day of the interviews?
Okay. So typically you've posted your job opening someplace, and you've got a stack, either physical or virtual, of resumes.
Yeah. We just did this for a chamber in the Phoenix area,
Right.
and we ended up with 63 of them so far.
Yes, exactly. So I went through, I did the first pass. I did the maybe pile and the oh my goodness no pile.
Yes, and then she passed on the maybe piles to me. Now, what's really cool when you have a couple of people that have interviewed before, and Sharon, you have tons of years of HR experience. I was a sales manager and had to interview people all the time. You're going to be able to do that part pretty quickly. You're going to know the ones, are you kidding me's from the well, let's talk about them. Right. So now, in our case, of the top 5, four of our top 5, we only
meshed.
Yeah,
they meshed. They may have not been, 1 for 1, but we got the top 5.
Yeah, so we were there. All right, so you now have the dozen or so that you want to interview.
Right.
What's the next step before we do this?
So the next step is to set the date for this, because really the next step is to do phone interviews. And it's best when we're doing the phone interviews to know what the date for this is, so that assuming they don't blow the phone interview, which they probably won't. They could, but they probably won't. You can say at the end, hey, we're going to be doing the in-person interviews on this date. Are you available at this time? And you can lock it in right then, instead of having to go back to them and saying, oh, you made the cut, and now can you come in?
Yeah.
Right? It's a lot of back and forth, and it's a lot of angst for you and for the candidate.
Not as professional either.
Yeah.
You want to show you have your act together and you're totally ready. Now, what this also allows you to do is to have your board. And in this case, it's anywhere between 11 and 14 of you, to all pick one date and get it all done.
Right.
So you've set them all up and you've got their times, and now it's the day of the interview.
Right.
Here's how the process works. You've got 3 different hotel rooms, boardrooms, an office that has 3 different offices where you can do it. In each of these rooms, there's going to be 3 or 4 of your board members. We don't want 2, it's too few. 3 works as a really good number. 5 is a little much, it's a little overwhelming, but 4 is awesome. So this allows you to get 12 of your board members involved in the process. Now, you'll notice we have an M, an O, and an E. For the chamber that we're doing it for, one room they're going to be talking about membership. How do you build membership? In another one is just the regular organization.
Right, operations, right, what's the day-to-day, that sort of thing.
And third is the events. Now, for most nonprofits, for a lot of nonprofits, especially chambers, events is going to be kind of what you drive. Membership and sponsorship are most of the money. In fact, it could be membership, sponsorship to go with operations and events, to get an idea of how they work in events, how they look at putting events together, what they think of events. So here's what's going to happen. One person acts as check-in. Now, this is another board member probably, or one of your volunteers. This is not staff.
A vested volunteer.
Yeah, this is not staff.
Right, it's not your receptionist.
Because when she checks in, I want a chance to have a little chat with her, see how she treats the head. See how was your trip? And
did you find us okay?
Exactly, and I want to hear, oh man, it was really hard, the instructions were terrible. I mean, are they complaining, or is, hey, the instructions were a little weird, but it was no problem, I got here fine, it was awesome, I'm so glad to be here. And if they start asking me, Well, so tell me about how long have you been involved? They start asking me about the organization. Ooh, they want to know. That gives them bonus points. They can make it or break it before they even get into one of the rooms.
Right.
So here's what's going to happen. They're not all showing up at once.
No.
They're showing up,
It's staggered.
yeah, in roughly 30 or 45-minute breaks. When they check in, they go into the first room. 30 minutes, 3 people. Then they bring them to the second room. 30 minutes, 3 people. And the third, 30 minutes, 3 people. You tell them you should probably plan for a couple of hours and you're going to be interviewed by 3 groups of people. Kind of like, you're going to be visited by 3 ghosts. So, once they're done here, they then go to this table, which is yet another volunteer checkout. It also gives the opportunity, let's say that in one of these 2 rooms, they forgot to ask a question. They can go...
They go to checkout and go,
Yeah.
could you please hold this person for a moment? We thought of something else we meant to ask. Or, something came up when another applicant interviewed. Sometimes that happens and it raises a question. Oh, we didn't ask that of Jane, we should ask. So you get to come over here and hold. Also, it may be that one of the people was just so stellar, you want to offer them the job.
Yep.
But you don't want to have to call them, right? It delays things. So if you can tell your checkout person, hey, hold Jane, we think we want to offer her the role, then they know to hold that person until someone comes out and picks her up.
And let's say you're in the first room and you think you found the right person. You really can, as you walk them here, if you're giving each other, all the people the eyes like, wow, you can have some cohort. Yeah, here's our favorite friend, just direct from Mississippi. I'm not from Mississippi. Oh, just something we say in this group. And then that perks them up to start watching. This really looks like it's the person we want. So
now, you may choose not to do that,
yeah,
right? You may choose to not lead the witness, so to speak, right? You
Yeah.
may choose not to let them know what you think so that this group can come to their own decision. It's sort of, you're going to have to decide that for yourselves, how you want to work it. There's no
Yeah.
right or wrong. It all depends on how your group functions.
Yeah. Now, in the Insane Chamber, we kind of knew each other really well, so that we could do that. So what happens after you finished interviewing all of them? Then you all get together in one room.
Including these 2 people.
Yep.
Right, because these 2 people are part of the interview process, even though the applicant may not realize it. So, whereas these people, they are all taking notes. Now, not on the resume. Don't ever write on the resume. There's reasons for that. We'll write that in the blog. But these people are also taking notes, just not in front of the candidate.
Yep.
Right? It's going to be after they've checked them in here, right? Then this person will take notes. And after this person has let them go, then this person will take notes. So, when all of the interviews for that day are done, you all convene into one room, but that includes these 2 people.
So what's going to happen, here's what has happened every single time. Even if we've interviewed up to 12 people, it really shut down to 2 or 3. We were able to make a decision, yeah, every room we came, these are the 3, these are the 2, and it has always come down that way. So this is going to allow you to give a lot more people in your board the chance for buy-in, because there are sometimes where if only 2 people from the board are interviewing and you've got a really active board, the rest are going to feel, well,
what about this question? Did you ask them this, and why didn't you follow up on this? And, right, so this way you don't have that back and forth with your board.
So this is the Mo system, Mo people, Mo easy.
Mo better.
Mo better. Cool. All right, so thanks for watching this video, and remember, if you're watching, do us a favor, if you're watching on YouTube, go to the bottom and subscribe.
And hit the notification bell so you know when we do the next video.
And if you'd like 30 minutes of our time, we'd love to talk to you. Go to freemarketingconsultation.com, free marketing consultation. Take the short assessment, it'll put you into our calendar, and we can talk about this process or anything else going on in your business. So thanks for watching, and remember, if everything happens for a reason,
Be the reason things happen.
we'll see you later, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.